don't know if I'm live, so I'm going to go and check. Oh, I am. Maybe it's because I've moved rooms. Maybe the Wi-Fi is better in here. I'm still hot though. Don't you start. So we'll see if anyone comes in, because it's not going to be a long one, she says, because I'm too hot. It's not so hot as it has been, but it's still, to me, it's still clammy. So while I'm just waiting, I'm going to pull a card, because the energy I got last night was renewal, which I think we all know we're going through a renewal. Hi Ricardo. I've not really been watching much on the news because I'm just trying to observe everything, or not observe, or just, you know, the things that I'm aware of enough people. That what's going to happen. Watch the water, remember. Hi Mark, hi Thomas and Ricardo. So I'm just going to pull a card while I'm waiting, because it was a bit of a well, I was going to show a new oracle, and then did I get I pulled a card this morning, which was funny because I've just done something to do with it jewellery wise. It's just a bit of a chat to see how everyone is. Hi Archangel Michael, I hope you're alright. I've been a bit quiet with everybody because I've just been contemplating stuff, and people might have felt the same. Hi Sue. So I'm just going to do a chakra card. I'll just sort of have a bit of a knit and natter of how I've been feeling and what I've been up to. We'll see how you've all been feeling too. See if I can push this back a little bit. The dreads aren't out. I don't think they're coming out. I took quite a few out round here, but it just reminded me, sorry to say, the people who don't like it, tough, is it just reminded me why I had dreads in the first place, because it's hard to look after, curly. So, hi Michelle. I said, oh, Ricardo, and yeah, let's see anyway. Completely understand. Yeah, I've just been it's been too hot. The weather's been really hot in the UK, especially up where I live, especially over the weekend. London wasn't, but we were. But then again, London's a whole other thing, isn't it? It's a bit like DC, isn't it? Just saying. There we go. Self-worth. So I got renewal yesterday and self-worth. This is a massive thing to play in the self-worth of self, and you know, self-worth to me is also to do with self-care, which you all should be doing in these times, because it's getting confusing for a lot. There's energies, there's negative energy still about. You could say big guns have been taken down, there's a lot of minions working still, and then you could say energies, you could say psychic attacks, which I think I had another one last night, but I do know that I should have been upping my protection. Also saying it out loud as well, which I know I haven't been doing. So surprise, surprise, and that only sort of, you could say, if you get that, is reminding yourself to protect yourself, especially in these times of the energies that are about, even though we're winning, but there's still those energies about. So I did actually make, and hopefully will be making, some evil eye rings, and men will be able to wear these, and women. You probably can't see in this light, but this one here, because this light isn't very good today, isn't very bright, but they are, when I get around to doing them, I've just done myself one at the minute, are self-adjusting, and I don't know if you can see, but if you do go on my Instagram, you'll be able to see. I haven't even got it in camera. Where's the camera? But they are evil eye glass, evil eye rings. Blast your protection out. You know, we do that from self anyway, but we can also use little things to remind us, oh yeah, evil eye is about, and to put intentions on it, that it's doing it for you as well. Oh yeah, psychic attacks. If anyone knows what I'm talking about psychic attacks, you'll totally understand. I had a weird thing happen again last night, which was like what happened a few weeks ago. I think all in all, there's been 3. But that's okay, because it just reminds you, hey, you're being reminded to up your game. and that reminds me to get back into a spiritual practice every day, because sometimes I'm a bit nilly-willy about it. I am a Piscean, I go here, I go there, I do this, I do that, but it was sort of reminding me, no, now's the time to build it up and do it every day. So that's what I'm going to do. Thank you. So, yeah, there's also been some other things that I'm making. I'm going to be doing something which you've seen before, but I'm not going to let you know what they're going to be at the minute, but I'm sorry about this lighting because it's really not bright. They'll probably go up on Instagram when I'll explain what they are another time, because the lighting is bad in here to see at the minute. Self-worth is statement of the day. This is what the entire mandatory ordered, blah blah blah, public and non-mandatory COVID vaccine. So it's allowed people to take everyone's. Yeah, but it hasn't took anyone's self-worth, and I'm not getting into conversations about that, because to know your own self-worth, you know your own power, you are a sovereign being, you take it back. So I won't be getting into that conversation, but thank you for putting it there, because that's just ping pong. And also, if you're constantly talking about them things, it takes the power away, it manifests that sort of energy. That's the timeline we want to go on, and that isn't the timeline we want to go on. So I won't be reading any more text out on that. Thank you very much, because that's not here what I'm here to talk about. You are a sovereign, free being. I am, whatever you say after I am a free sovereign being. And the point was why I put the Happy Mondays video up the other day, yesterday, because I was at a festival with hundreds of people not wearing masks. No, they weren't social distancing. They were posher people as well. They were sat right next to each other. We were in a standing bit, and you could walk about. There's hundreds and hundreds of people there over a whole weekend. Yeah, having a good time, drinking, doing whatever, partying. They're not wearing masks. That's all I'm going to say. So I've never been, doing all that sort of stuff since the whole thing started, because that's what I chose not to do. So anyway, so self-worth, it's self-worth of self. Yes, the GOV are trying to take it away from people, but that depends if you're going to let them. You know, you've got to stand up. That's what it's all about. Yeah, we give our power away when we live in fear. Exactly. So I don't in the vibration. Exactly. Hi, Mark. Nice to see you. Exactly. Hi, Starlight Divine. So you've got to remember what you're speaking and what you're putting out there manifests. So, just saying. So, yeah. So I went to a festival. We've been camping. We've been to a festival. So festivals are happening. We've been speaking to people we haven't seen for years, and they're sort of knowing what's going on. They're not on everything, but waking up, as I said. Even me and my fellow have been talking to people and helping people, just saying about cycles and how you get out of a cycle. And if you're still hanging around the same people and doing the same thing, you're not going to get out of the same cycle you were doing. That goes for the old habits that we do, that I'm still trying to get out of, the old everything. There's so many of them, because we've been indoctrinated, as we know. And straight after this, I thought I'll go and do something, so I'm not leaving something that I would normally do, because I'm trying to get out of that old cycle, and that's what we're all trying to do, because you can't have a new cycle with the old cycles. So some people find it very, very hard to let go, as in they don't want to. I want to, but a lot of us do, but it's just that thing sometimes where we forget sometimes. Yeah, but Thomas, again, I will have to throw you out if you're going to keep bringing it up. This chat isn't about that. We all know that in chat. We all know about this. We all know it doesn't work. We're all quite on that level of knowing about everything about that. That's why I don't really talk about that stuff. We all know about that, so don't really need to be talked about on this channel. Anyway, moving forward. Hi, Nicholas. So, yeah, so we've been to festivals, been helping people, been talking to people, and some people have said, oh my God, I'm so glad I've seen you two, not seen me for years, or my fella, to talk about these things. I'm not going to say what they were, but because that was someone else. To talk about these things, I said, yeah, because people don't talk about stuff, and then when they do talk about stuff, they find out that some people were thinking the same, and it's easier a problem halved is problem shared is a problem halved, whatever the saying is. And also, it was a man, and I said, and a lot of men don't speak about some things they need to speak about, but when we're all talking. This is why what's happening around the world now is happening, and people are waking up because everyone's been talking. So, you know, that's how it goes. Yeah, but there's no point in saying you couldn't help but tell the truth. We all know about that on this channel. It's the Truthing channel. If you want to go back to, well, not the videos that they've took down of mine, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? There's other truths as well, but we're not talking about that. That's all out there for people to find. I've spoke about that. So if you don't know my channel, you won't know that, and that's fine. But like I said, it's not what the channel's being talked about tonight. Hi, Chris G. So, yeah, I've been to festivals, so obviously I know that's rubbish because no one was wearing anything, obviously. You know, and that's all good. And it was an event I didn't have to pay for, we didn't have to pay for, so it's not like we were paying for the event of who put the event on, which was, who was it? I can't even remember his name. He used to have red hair, Chris Duda. Can't remember anyway. But what was good was people were having fun, so they were in a high vibration. It was a hot day yesterday, and I watched the sunset go down there. Kids were out, it was beautiful, no one was masked up, everybody was having a great time, and that was all that mattered in that vibration of yesterday, because I'm sure it's an 8-8 Lionsgate now, or going into. I'm sure there was something at weekend. There's all these good energies coming anyway, so as much as people think there's bad energies, it's only because a lot of good energies are coming in, so there's a lot of energy we've got to pump out, so I enjoyed it anyway. You know, hi Ninja, 24-hour Ninja channel, Happy Mondays. Yeah, the Happy Mondays was playing, and it's funny because in the daytime it played, at night it got all pixelated, but yeah, I wonder why, because everyone was having a good time. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Probably didn't want you seeing that everyone wasn't masked up, but you saw the video before, they weren't. But yeah, no good telling the truth to people who already know. I know you need to go to another channel if you're thinking you need to shout out on this channel, because you don't. So I'd just say sit down and chill. We all know. Yeah, but the thing is, Thomas, I'll say this one more time. This channel knows, so you don't need to shout it out about anything on this channel. You know, just saying. We're here to raise vibrations. That's what I'm here for, anyway. Anyway, thank you. How were the Mondays? Yeah, they were good. I mean, not that I've ever really been into Happy Mondays, but the point was, like I said, there was good vibes going out. There was different singers on, but it was just the vibes of the people, and the sunset was beautiful. Everyone was smiling. Everybody was out socialising, because we are social beings. That was the whole point of what I was trying to show. And the energy was beautiful, and we've got to pump the energy up. There's no point going, oh, this, that, and the other, were people mass, were people, there's people were commenting about the facts and everything. It's like, what are you going on about? The vibration we're trying to stay in is joy. We're not bothered about that. Most people know there's something going on with all that. If you're not up to date with that or up to speed with it, okay, go somewhere else and shout out about it. But we're all trying to we're trying to hold the vibrations, basically. That's what we're trying to do. I also made this beautiful moon pendant, but this will have to go on my Insta because you can't really see it here. And I've got a Merkaba on as well that I treat myself to. So today, you know, as I was saying, the past 3 to 4 weeks, the energy has knocked me off, as in I've just been observing but felt tired, you know, and I'm being truthfully, couldn't be bothered. I've said this before, even with stuff I make on my Instagram, I just couldn't be bothered. I went a bit quiet with people I normally speak to a lot, just because I just had to pull my energy back into myself and think about the things again. You know, like when you're reassessing, it was like reassessing yourself, reassessing where you're putting your energy. I don't mean with people I know, I just mean reassessing what I've been looking at. Always reassess and reflect. And I was reflecting a lot on my life, because obviously there's things going on in my life as well. It's not just like I sit on YouTube and that's my life, because it isn't. You know, things go on in the real world. We are in the world but not of the world, and we've got to learn to work with our human vessel in the world, because we're still going to be here. We're not going off nowhere. Unless that does happen, then fanfare, and that's fantastic. But we're in the world doing the light work in the world, which is joy, love, and all that, which I've said before. So we've got to learn to do the mundane things as well, even though they're really boring. But you can jazz that up with joy. And what the festival did for me yesterday is to realise that again about the joy factor. You know, I have a lot of joy at home. Thank you, Peter. I have a lot of joy at home when I'm doing my own things, drawing and doing the things that I love. But I've got to throw myself back out in the world as well, which obviously was hard last year and this year because not many people were doing much. We were still doing stuff, me and my fellow, we were still going camping, still going out in nature, still trying to find them things that we could go and do because we're free and sovereign beings. But the other side of the world, material world, when you go out there sort of thing, that, you know, illusion world, is you can still enjoy it in different ways. You don't have to get ate up by other people's energies or what you think something is. You just bring it in and change it and put it back out, if anyone gets what I'm saying. So I had a good time yesterday. See, some people would have gone to a festival, especially the one I was at. It was Carfest, and they would have been like, oh, well, the person who put the Chris Evans, that's who it was. The person who put this on, you know, they're part of the blah, blah, blah. And then blah, 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 blah. It's like, yeah, fair enough, but one, we didn't have to pay for it, so I wasn't chucking my money away there. Two, I chose to turn that energy around, transmute it, and put some good energy out. And I was actually doing some Reiki, unbeknown to people, while I was there, being a bit witchy. So, you know, just doing my thing naturally and having fun anyway with the people there. So you're being like a ninja in the material world, if you get what I'm saying. So that's what I was doing. That's what I was doing. Thomas. We don't look into all that. Like I said, chill your beans out. So, you know, I've been drawing. Well, I haven't been doing as much drawing as I normally do, but I'm getting back into my flow again. You know, sometimes we have to slow down. We have to rein it in. We have to do self-care. We have to reflect. That's what I was doing. I was reflecting on a lot. And not just what I do on here. My personal home life, you know, was not deteriorating, but like some things were getting left that I had to draw back in, and I'm trying to sort things out with that. Even with still cleansing, you know, there's a lot of people going about water at the minute and floods and stuff, but that's in with the message I want to give in a minute. But I do see that as we're still cleansing ourselves, negative energy trauma, stuff like that. Things that we're trying to do, but remember, it's how you are, you know, food, holistic stuff and all that, but it's what suits you best, not what suits someone else, what suits you at this moment in time. There's little things like I do have a little library of books I've collected from charity shops, and I haven't got around to reading all of them. So there's one thing I want to be doing tonight, maybe half an hour. I've said this before, I fall on and fall off again. Thing is with me, I'll read a book, I'll put it down and I'll start another one, then I get a bit confused with which one I'm reading. So I've got to learn to just get through one book, then move on to the other. But I'm a Piscean, as I say, here, there, everywhere. So this book I got in a charity shop ages ago called The Luminaries, which obviously I don't look at books, I just see the picture and I was like, oh, what's all that about with the moon phases on it? And it's quite interesting. And if Maori's here, I don't know if he is, but F.E. Maori, it was about someone making a fortune in New Zealand, gold fields. But it says, this is what intrigued me as well. There was the large world of rolling time and shifting spaces, and that small, stilled world of horror and unease. They fit inside each other, a sphere within a sphere. They do, you know, the good and the bad, the yin and the yang. We're a part of it all. And to me, it's how you go about mastering it and yourself, which is in a message that I got today when I was in the garden. So that's a big book. Thank you, Ricardo. So there's something I wrote down, a little message. Let me see, what have we got in here? Oh yeah, I've just got my little, I had my pendulums out in the garden, and I actually was trying to find a 4-leaf clover and ended up finding a 3-leaf clover with hearts on, heart-shaped leaves instead of like really heart-shaped leaves, and it is over on my Instagram, and I was like, wow, but don't know why I'm showing you them, but they were in the bottom of my bag. And I'm trying to not be on for long because I'm still really, really hot. So let me just see. Oh yeah, so I got this book out because I try different formats sometimes with different things and I don't like it. So I am trying to get my like spiritual little practices in a book, but it never always works out. But I'm trying because I'm trying to break these old patterns. Anyway, I flipped to the back and didn't realise, I forgot that I did this picture a while ago. It might have been a couple of months ago, I can't remember. But it was called The Fae. And I just love it. And I love this little character here. Now, it probably doesn't pick up properly on camera as bright as it is because, like I said, the lighting's really rubbish, but it is on the Instagram. And it gave me an idea for something, which I'm not going to put out there yet, but I've got a little idea for something that I did think I talked about ages ago, but I'm not going into that at the minute. So I had that little book, and then don't forget to smash the like button. I pulled a card from the fairies after I was thinking about protection, and it was funny because the card that came out of the Fae Oracle of the Fairies was protection. So we got this morning, and that's why I said there's an evil eye ring there that I'm making. And it says, protection. The fairies of protection are shielding you with a magical fairy ring of love and light. Practice psychic protection before embarking upon your spiritual work. I forget that sometimes, and that's what I think we should be doing if anyone's into all that stuff. You don't have to be, but I am, but sometimes I do forget. And I'm going to have to put my hair up a minute, so I'm just going to have to just do this minute. So, protection is paramount at the minute of however you do that. So that was beautiful that card came out of the fairy card. But as I pulled a card and I was sat in the garden, because a lot of people have been going on about food shortages and water and this, that and the other, which the other day I was just trying to say something about, you know, the UK can have its own food. We don't really need to get things from out there. It's just we have done. We've got our own fishing lanes back in this, that and the other. We wouldn't have to. We haven't always, but I'm not going into all that. But when I think of water, I always think of a certain somebody saying, watch the water. I've also said this before. I'm just going to read this out of what message came in here. And I've wrote it down. So it was, it says 26th of July 2021. People talking a lot about water. I think mem, the sign like that, two squiggly lines, mem, is water. In is it Hebrew? Or on the text, is it in Egyptian? You know, two squiggly lines like that. And I've said this before, most people know. But it also means, that symbol means memory, because water holds memory, just like Dr. Emoto, if you know about Dr. Emoto. Not going to go into all that, because I think most people understand on here. Yeah, psychic protection is very important at the minute. So memory, water, holds memory. But I wrote it as, but I see this as information, because memory is information. It's a bit like when Superman put his crystal thing in the doodah and his mum and dad came up from a memory that was held in it, because remember they were dead anyway. It was like information for him to find out who he really was, blah blah and all that. But I see this as information. The floodgates are opening, information incoming. You get what I'm saying? I know there's floods going on. A lot of people are talking about Dund being flooded. Who knows? But I'm saying the floodgates are being opened of them information, because once that opens, you can't stop it. Can't stop it. Information. Choppy, stormy waters. Information. Hard to swallow for some. It's going to be. Some not being able to ride the waters. You know, we're all on it. We're like, yeah, we got, yeah, well, you coming along. We're going somewhere like trying to swim upstream and they're like getting knocked back because, what about my old life? We ain't going back there. This is how I see it personally. But water is cleansing also. It's not always a destroyer, it's cleansing, it can be calming, you know, you can watch it and listen to it. But it says the water is cleansing. Things need to bubble to the surface. I've said this before in a message before, bubble to the surface. The dirt, the shit, the lies, whatever. And then, because it's the same message I did a few months ago, then it is seen, it is cleansed and washed away into pure water. Then I put, the more dense, lower energy is washed and diluted. The more it's diluted, if you dilute a drop of, say, ink, more water and more water and more water, eventually that ink disappears into pure water because it's diluted that much. It's just pure. It's been diluted, washed away, diluted, gone forever. Washed, diluted with pure loving energy, truth I've put in brackets, the more it will only be pure. That goes for all of us. releasing the lower dense energy, especially from traumas, letting go of the attachment to is important. This is what we're all doing now. But then another one might pop up. This is what we're all doing. The new world doesn't hold victim energy. It holds victory, mastery of oneself. Self-mastery is everything. Self-awareness, self-care, self-love, self-mastery of everything, of your consciousness and awareness. All this benefits others. To master all that will benefit everybody, self-care, self-love, because the more self-care you're giving, the more love you're giving to yourself, you're going to give that out. Observe and clean out. I'm observing it at the minute, that's why I've been a bit quiet. And I will be doing more videos, but they're going to be energy based on my cards and stuff like that. We're breathing in, doing a lot of breath work. You've got to do breath work, people. Breathing in the new and breathing out the old. The 2 P's. I've put the 2 P's. The 2 P's that I think are very relevant at the minute are protection, however you do it, and daily practices, spiritual practices that are going to help you, like affirmations in the morning, breathing techniques, whatever it is that suits you. Some people don't like doing certain things, like you could say yoga. Some people might not like doing that, might like doing something else. As I've said before, we are all different. If people believe we're all from different places, you know, we've come in this vessel, we all will do different things. And I even believe that with eating. I have had a discussion with people about this before, and I don't see there's no right or wrong. There's people that I follow out there that say there's Palladians, but there's different sorts of Palladians. You know, we're all different. Some people might benefit more from a fruit diet, some might benefit more from a vegan diet, some might benefit more from a meat diet, or balanced in both. Do you know what I'm saying? That's how I sort of see it at the minute. Maybe it'll change, because I've been there, I've been vegan, I've been over there, I've been that. So it's finding what suits you. So the most important thing is protection practices, but the practices that help you. There'll be practices out there that are good for others, and you may resonate with it, but sometimes you might do it and go, do you know what, that really didn't work for me. It doesn't mean it's not good, a good practice. It just probably means it didn't work for you. You need to find something else that you resonate with more. So there's no right way or wrong doing that, as long as it's coming from the heart. Yeah, daily gratitude and meditation, exactly. Yeah, I always talk about gratitude. You should be giving that out daily and meditating on things, reflecting and stuff like that. But basically, the message was self-mastery. You're in this world, but not of it. But you're trying to master yourself while you are here. And it's difficult sometimes because we get taken away by other people's energies, what other people are doing, thinking that's the only way you can do something. But there you go. So, before I do, and it's funny because I was going to do the Star Temple Oracle, which says, embody your sacred feminine powers and receive interstellar guidance and glistening oracle from author, speaker and intuitive coach Susie Cherub, the ancient wisdom of the Pleiades, which is weaved together with the present day mysticism to bring you uplifting and relevant insights. So we'll have a look at that. Thank you. And then we've got self-care, and then I just got to show you a new oracle deck that I got, the Green Witch Oracle. It's so beautiful because I've not played with it that much yet, but it's nice because it's botanical, and who doesn't love nature? It's a botanical deck, so it's green on the front. I know this lighting's really bad, but I will be doing probably a video on Instagram about this. Like this one, it will say the flower or herb underneath, and it says marigold, and then it says positivity, marigold, positivity, and it'll have little symbols on, like the pentagram. It's got a dream catcher on its stars, sort of alchemic symbols and things on it. That's why they're so pretty. But they're botanical, and I didn't actually have any sort of flower herb cards. Please like and share this stream. Oh, thank you, Ricardo. So I will pull one out of this, and I'll have to do a video on this in better lighting, maybe for the people who are into divination and tarot cards. It's God working through us, source through us, through our higher selves as well, working through the cards. So this is really pretty, but like I said, I'm not really going to do a tour on it at the minute because the lighting's really not that good today. But I will pull a card from this deck. Nature is so healing. Yes, it is. So why not have a naturey deck? So I'm going to do Star Temple Oracle, the Green Witch and self-care. So, but I just wanted to show my face because I want to say, everyone, I'm here, you know, working through my own energies, working through energies that are about. I needed to hear this message, always perfect timing. Oh, thank you. So, yeah, I don't know what message I just said, but yeah, well, if you mean that message of protection and daily practices, to keep at it, keep at it. We've just started running. So we started last week in the hot weather, but we go tomorrow. We're still keeping it up. I had to run through a blister the other day, but we're doing it. We're doing it. So let's ask Spirit, or whatever you want to say, Star Temple, Oracle, for an uplifting and relevant message for this week, let's say. Because as much as you might think there's crap going on, there's a lot of beautiful energy, beautiful people, beautiful beings, beautiful new energies that are coming in. So remember that every time you think of the news putting something crap out. See what that one is. You know? Oh, yeah. That one's, oh, 3 flipped. You know, I like a bit of a 3 going on. So, we've got Maya. Beautiful, look at that. Right, it says, the universal midwife, I birth a fruitful and sacred assignments. I birth fruitful and sacred assignments. You could use that as for an affirmation, actually. What assignments have been birthed into this universe? Because there's been some great ones, and there are some great ones happening. Yeah, I always do Trinity, and they are sacred. So, the universal midwife. You know, there is a lot of things being rebirthed right now. You know, everything's for the children. That's why we're all shouting out on different paths that we're on, people doing different things like protests, because that's where they're meant to be right now. But it's always been about the children. When people say they don't care, I get a lot of that off people. It's like, it doesn't matter, right? Because it may not affect us. The people it will have affect were our children's children's children. So it's always been about the children. Not really about us and our generation, though I think we're going to see things, but it's for them. It's always been for them. But they knew this. So, you know, we're birthing new manifestations into this universe. That's why I was saying to whoever was in chat before, stop talking about that. We know it. If you need to go on a channel and talk about all that, go somewhere else. This is about manifesting positivity and the things we want to see in the world. Endings and new beginnings, yes. And then we've got Maya again, so we've got 2. Got the same names at the top. This one says, the Amazon Queen. Battle. I am a devoted warrior of the universe. We are. I am a devoted warrior of the universe. We are battling. We are in a spiritual war. That's what a lot of people don't understand. But it's a different war to what we've always been in. You know, the First and Second World War, even though we know they were man-made, but there's a cosmic war going on. There's a war on consciousness. You could say galactic. That's consciousness. I am a devoted warrior of the universe. You know? Oh, thank you, Michelle. And then the last one, there's a little girl as well, is, I don't know what that name says, but it says, oh, that's beautiful. The little star divine. The little star divine. The child. Getting tingles on the head now. The child. Child divine, childlike energy. My inner child is whole and complete. Say that to yourself. Use it as an affirmation. My inner child is whole and complete. My inner child is whole and complete. She's got a little green energy here because it's at her heart. Funny enough, it's a little Chinese girl. I'm not saying anything, but you know, China have had, don't mean the people, but they've had the dibs and dabs in everything. But the little star, divine, my inner child is whole and complete. It's all about the children. All about the children. Yeah, yin and yang. So we've got birth, battle, divine. So it's like we were born, we've been in a battle since we were born without knowing, because there's things unseen that we didn't know about and we weren't taught about. But it's a divine. It's a battle. But divine's won. because they're battling the divine, but we're for the divine. So it's like we were born, we've been battling since we've been born for the divine. But the divine will always win. And that's where people have got to keep the faith. That's where people have got to keep the faith. Yeah, breaking generation curses for our kids. Yeah, and I've said that before, you're breaking ancestral, you could say curses, traumas and things. That's what we're doing. We're trying to break free of, even someone said this weekend, a guy we were talking to was like, oh, you know, I don't want to be like my, you know, father, my mother, I don't want to be like that. Does that mean it's genetics? And I'm like, no, I don't think it is genetics. You can stop that as soon as you say, no, I'm not going to be like that person, or I'm not going to grow up to be like the way my dad was. You know, if say, I don't know, your dad was a drunk or just that, I don't know, whatever it is, or your mother, like, I don't want to be like that. You carry it on when you carry it on thinking, oh, it's genetics, and you sort of use that as an excuse and go and do them things, even though maybe deep down you know you don't really want to, because you want to change it for your kids or whatever it was, because you don't want them to have the same life that you had. So you get to change it if you choose. It's all free will, and if you choose. But some people make excuses up and say, oh, it's genetic. Well, lots of other people change. You don't have to be that way. Entire bloodlines are being cleansed. Yeah, exactly. So we've got that going on. And then the Green Witch Oracle, we'll see what the botanical energy says, because if you don't know, herbs, flowers and all sorts are healing to us, as we know, not just other stuff that is put out there with sometimes other stuff to harm you, just saying. You know, it's also connected to the celestial bodies above, which have different herbs and flowers that resonate with them for healing your body as well, because they're like big cells. We have cells in our body. It's all interconnected. Yeah, breaking the pattern if you choose. Yeah, and only you can do it. It's hard because sometimes you slip back into it and you've got to catch yourself. That's when you're reflecting. As long as you reflect and you catch yourself and you keep doing tiny steps, you'll get there. I'm doing it. Yeah, the past is being rewritten. Too hot. Do you desire the change enough? Right, there we go. So, we've got chili, the chili plant. We've got lettuce, and we've got peas. But their little messages are 18, stimulation. A lot of us have needed stimulating lately, you know, kick up the arse. Red, chili, fire, action, hot, go, go, go is the energy of do something, go. We've all need stimulated in something, because I went been a bit tired, and I'm just getting my mojo back with my art again and things like what I do and ideas again, because I just sort of had a bit of a rest time, you know, what I desire. And there's nothing wrong with desiring things if it's coming from the heart, which is funny, I've just said that because it's got a little heart on it. I'm sure that's a little thing off a Ouija board. It's got the moon on it. Maybe desire your intentions. Also, they don't have a lettuce that's called the heart, something to do with the heart, or is that just me? Why did that just pop in my head? Don't know. I don't know. And that was earth, and I think the one before was, yeah, fire. Earth again, communication. And it's got a little inkwell at the top, a little symbol of an inkwell, because communication, maybe you could be writing a letter to someone, saying to people that you love them over the phone, whatever that communication is. We're communicating right now. It's good to communicate, because if we weren't all communicating all over the world, and neighbours and stuff, and I was out and about this week and communicating about different things that's going on. We're all communicating. That's why they want to censor everybody, because they don't want us communicating and realising what's going on, because that's, you know, that's the easiest way to, you know, no free speech, nothing gets out, you're not allowed to talk. So more talking. Peas, please, peas, please, peas, please. And eat your peas. Garden peas, maybe. Hi, Rainbow Wizard. Oh, it's the new you. The new cookery. Yeah, we're doing the Green Witch cookery. No, we're not. We're doing the Green Witch. What was it? Oracle. Yeah, I think I've done cooking before. We did a cheesecake. Nice to see you there. Yeah, just thought I'd come on and say hi to everyone, you know, because I said I've been quiet with people and stuff and just been reserving my energy. So, got that one. Let's go into the self-care, because we've still got loads of this to do. Self-care every day. So, hi Nathan. Hi Patricia. Oh, we've got one. One's just come out. Yeah, not surprised that one's come out. And I've not been watching a lot, so I'm not really looking at a lot. I know we're nearly in August. Woohoo! Can't wait. You know. And I just watched a Mark Atwood video before when he was saying about, you know, this, that, and the other. I think his last video, and he's like, I just trust God's plan. I do. I have a lot of faith in the good people of the world. Let's put it that way. And God, source energy, whatever you want to call it. When we manifest what we all want. Oh, that's what I just said at the beginning. And that them two have just flipped over, so yeah, this is what we talked about before. I'm gonna laugh at this. I think Starlight Divine, you'll see, we said this. So we've got Connect with Earth. That's what you should be doing daily, whatever way. I was doing that this weekend. We've been camping. We were out at a festival. We were doing stuff. I was sat outside this morning with my brew break, you know, connecting with Gaia. That's where I got that message in. I was pulling cards and stuff that I do my little practices, you know, whatever my practice is, but it's got to be done on a daily basis now. Go connect with Earth. It's healing. Deep breathing. Spoke about that before. Deep breathing, connecting, going within. You'll feel a lot better when you do this. Breathe in the new. Breathe out the stale. It's fine. Everything's fine. You know that when you're breathing and you're still. You could say meditating. Be still. Sit with thyself and meditate. And 55, so that was 13, 9, 4, and then 55. Write a gratitude list. Well, we do go on about that all the time. We were just saying that before. Write a gratitude list. If you don't write gratitude lists, just make sure you're giving gratitude out every day. Speak it. Speak it out. Because we should be grateful for what we've got. The small things as well. You know, so basically, like I said, we've had the birthing, we've been battling, we've been in a battle, but it's the divine. You know, when you think, like I said, the inner child, when you think of the inner child and an inner child and what children like to do with the joy and the manifestation of their imagination, we've got to imagine the world we want it to be. And stop talking about too much of the negative stuff. It's about being aware. We know people are doing stuff, but I don't talk too much on that anymore because it's not what I want to manifest in my own reality. Like I said, got to a festival, everybody having fun. So, festival, you found one that you didn't, didn't even have to pay for it either. We ain't got it for free, it was gifted, but everybody there didn't have anything on. So you know what I'm saying? Nobody did. There was hundreds of people there. Carfest it was. You know, I know it's only like, it was big enough, but I know there's bigger ones, but yeah. It was over a full weekend, so it's good. It was good. We enjoyed it. In our own way. You know? So like I'm saying, another thing for the people to see, no wonder it went choppy and it went all pixelated because I didn't want people to see, but I'd already done the day one. It's like, yeah, there was nobody there, everyone was having a good time. So, you know, yeah. I think I'll just do a pull out of the magic of the unicorn. So like I've said, I will put these up on Instagram because on hippie trinkets and things, because you cannot see in the light. I'm making these little glass eyeball rings, and these are for the evil eye protection. Like I just said, the 2 P's, protection, message was protection, and practice your spiritual practices on board every day. And this little moon necklace that you can't see at the minute anyway because the lighting's so rubbish. But we're going to do the magic of the unicorns energy. These are very childlike to me, unicorn energy. Pure, you know. I've just come from a public meeting grilling regarding you know what. Other than that, elected no one more. Yeah, we know stuff's coming. That's why things are getting so pushed at the minute. And people are flapping about stuff, but what is it? 88 Lionsgate. Leo energy. Oh, it's got a dragonfly in it. Well, I saw a dragonfly at weekend. It was beautiful. And I think Mark Atwood, he was doing a little video where his feet dipped in water and he saw a dragonfly and the spiritual meaning of a dragonfly. Because I did say to my fellow when we were at the festival, like, a dragonfly! Do you know what the spiritual meaning of a dragonfly is? And then totally forgot what it was. But it's most like a butterfly, but dragonfly. Oh. Right, is the dragonfly symbolises change, transformation, you know, it's like a butterfly, ability and self-realisation. The change that is often referred to has its source in mental and emotional maturity. Like I said before at the beginning, we're learning to master oneself. And the energies around us of other people, don't need it, don't have to take it in. And emotional maturity and understanding the deeper meaning of life. The dragonfly moves with elegance and grace. So we've got the dragonfly on there. We've also got the, sorry, I just took myself off chat. Back in there. Bye, Mark. Hi, Eileen. We've got, oh, what do you call it? Fiddle, not fiddle. We've got the alchemic, we've got the, I never say this word right, the ankh. Could say you've got the energy looping round and back forth. It's still like a cross to me, you know, with vertical and what do you call it, horizontal connections. You've got the rose there, I don't know if you can see, and treasure, gold, what we manifest, and the unicorn with its light, with a spiral going around it, which you probably can't see, with the light at the tip. Where do you see all this? But it says, number 10, access your gifts. You've all got them. And it says, explore your treasure chest. Accept who you truly are. Not who you've been told you are, or what others say you are. There's a big problem with that going on, and I think there still is. With others that I've seen. People too concerned with other people. We've seen a lot of that going about. When they should be concerned with the self-mastery. Got to do another one. So for the third. Yeah, take a break for the mundane, exactly. See if we can. Oh, see you later, big rainbow wizard. Ooh, nearly. So we got open your heart, which is number 9, divine. Love yourself, dare to be vulnerable. And then we got 31, cosmic emerald. Create a perfect health, access divine abundance. Oneness, 42. Look for the common humanity, invoke Lemurian light. It looks blue on there, but it's not. It's got a lot of purple in this. Oh yeah, I've not done that for a while. Cosmic Pearl. Expand your positive gifts. No, expand your psychic gifts. Open the gate to the angelic realms. I'm thinking. You know what song's popped in my head? Yeah, emerald green, and I just think of heart when you think of emerald green. Anyway, heart. So we've got access your gifts, because you've all got gifts. Open your heart. Create perfect health. Speak it to yourself, you know. Oneness. Because the oneness is, to me, look for the common humanity. Invoke Lemurian lights. It's not that we all agree on absolutely everything. We all have to be doing the exact same thing. I just think as long as it's coming from the heart and it is for others, you can't really go wrong with that. Hi Vicky. And then expand your psychic gifts. Open the gate to the angelic. Well, we're all psychic. You've just got to tune in. And the song that would come into my head would be. She's got the whole world in her hands. 'Cause your love is lifting me higher, ooh, higher, higher and higher. 'Cause your love keeps lifting me, oh, your love keeps lifting me, hey, your love keeps lifting me higher. 'Cause your love's lifting me, oh, higher, higher and higher. And if you're new, I'm not a singer, it's just now and again I do pop out the song that was in my head. Like good vibration. And then at the festival we had that we are family, yeah, yeah, yeah. I got all my brothers and sisters with me. So it's just remembering to keep the faith, keep putting positive thoughts out, even if you're around people, you just want God inside yourself to put it out, visualize yourself putting them out. You can switch off and put them out no matter who you're around, because there's still shit going on, and there's still going to be shit going on, and there's still going to be loads of weird things that are happening and putting out and being put out in the media and people talking about, and you're going to be like, oh my God, feel like you're losing your shit. But we all know there's good things going on too. So like I said, the 2 P's were protection and what was it? Protection and practices. Protection and practices to remember to get into your spiritual practices. I would say, it's up to you, first thing in the morning and last thing at night, even if it's an affirmations in the morning and affirmations at night, of the first thing you want to visualize and the first thing you want to speak out to the universe and the last thing before you go to bed. And not looking at your phone at certain stuff of news going on. Start looking at good stuff. Or I'm actually thinking of doing a vision board, but in a book. So when I go to bed at night or first thing in the morning, yes, I will do a big vision board. I've done them in the past, but that I can just sort of flick through it, because at least with a vision book you can put so many different things in it. So if you did a vision book of all the things that you love, even if you don't know why, if you're looking at that like a story at night, and it might have affirmations and bits of words in it that your subconscious is going to see, first thing in the morning and last thing at night, you're sort of reprogramming yourself. So it's just all this learning to reprogram yourself. It comes easy to some and not easy to others. I'm still trying to do it because we've been indoctrinated over time. So it would be fun if you're thinking of something to do to keep your mind off things. If you're good at drawing, draw. I can draw and use things out of magazines to cut up and just put in things that you like and little words that you like, and write little words, and maybe have a vision book that will help you retrain your brain. Thanks, Janine, for another great stream. I have to go, but don't forget to smash the like button. Thank you, Ricardo. Thank you for coming in. Healing sound. Oh yeah, and healing sounds. Saying about healing sounds, if you've got tuning forks and different things, lovely music before you go to bed in 432 and all the good hertz, not the other hertz that they've changed. Or meditating or whatever it is that you choose to do. But if you can start doing that in the morning and at night, it will be a little bit easier bringing those things in as the higher energies are coming in anyway. So yeah. So I'm trying to think if there's something else I wanted to say, but I don't think there is, because it's getting a little bit later, because I came on a little bit later and I'm too hot and flustered at the minute now. I'm going to go. Yeah, colour is, yeah, even colouring, but yeah, anything that takes your mind off, colouring books and things like that are relaxing and meditative. And that's why I said, you know, when I found this little picture of the Fae, it was so cute. And I may just go and doodle in bed now, get ready for bed and doodle, because I'm thinking of, it just brought an idea up for me, which is, you know, my creativity is flowing back in again. Not that I ever went anywhere, I just went a bit, couldn't be bothered. But the little, I know you can't see the colour properly because it's not picking up, but the little Fae picture I did, and then coloured it in. So, you know, anything that helps you, make sure it's positive. You don't want to be listening to negative shit before you go to bed, because it's going to go out there, it's going to manifest in, it's going to go into the subconsciousness. You don't need to be doing that. So more of retraining and bringing good things in, affirmations, speaking to water, as we all know. I did let the stickers of Metatron on my thingy, but you know, all that sort of good stuff. And I do it, and sometimes I don't, and I fall off and I get back up, but I know I need to put the practices in daily, which is the message I got today. And I have mentioned it before, because it was like they were banging me on the head again about it, like, yeah, well, you need to get back on that daily. With me smudging and everything, the things that I like to do, basically, you know, you'll all have your own. So yes, much love to you, Janine, beautiful stream, thanks for all you do for all of us. Oh, thank you. I just wanted to come on and say, you know, I've not gone anywhere, I've not shut up about anything. It's just, I think, why we're going through these times and energies and what's about to come out, which I think will get a bit more choppy for some people. You know, like I just said with the message of people trying to swim upstream when we're all going down it and going with the flow. You will see people trying to consistently go against it, resist. Well, we know what happens there. So I'm going to be coming on with more readings. Hi, Lisa. More readings the way I do it. I just do it in energy and the way I see it and feel it. It's not necessarily always to do with what that card might mean. It's how I see it. What I'm feeling and seeing. I'm just pumping that out for now as we go through all this stuff we're going through, and anything that I might be picking up on, because remember, this is just my journey of what I'm seeing and picking up on, things that I am letting go of, will let go of, have let go of, things that I may fall off and get back up and bring back in again, which is another thing I'll be bringing a little bit more in, is the let's just say the witchy energy that I like. So yeah, it's all good, it's all from the heart, it's all for others, to help people raise the raise the vibrations. So that's all good, you know. I just think while we're going through these times, Just like when whoever came in before going on about the blah de blah, like we know that, so that's not something I need to be constantly bombarded with. Otherwise, we'll just keep manifesting the same timeline, which is not really what I want to do. So you know. Thank you for bringing us all to an oasis of peace and serenity. Oh, thank you, Eileen. So yeah, so I hope you've been all right. You maybe have been experiencing similar things, as in with the whole energies or psychic attacks, or that to me is just a bit more of a message saying you need to up your protection with however you do it. Still cleansing, still clearing. See more people not wearing the you-know-whats as they've gone into most, so there's more people just coming away from that. But like I said, there's still people shouting out about stuff. There's still people in fear. There's still stuff going on. And just like Mark Atwood said today, he's not really thinking about the whole like this food thing going on and what everyone's saying. I'm not really focusing on that because I'm not in fear about it and I don't want to manifest it into a timeline. Each to their own. It's not saying it's a bad thing because it's better to be prepared. But at the end of the day, you know, I think if there was a team of people that had been in for a very long time and they knew certain things were going on, I think they'd have some of that under wraps, even though bits have to be seen, because bits do have to be seen for people to wake up. Watch the Water was said quite a long time ago. Water also holds memory, information, like I just said at the beginning, so I guess we'll see. But whatever you do, don't go into fear, because I do believe they've been pumping that more out on the news, so then we'll have the whole toilet situation again, toilet bowl situation. I'm just saying, you know, be aware, but do what's right for you. Maybe not right for you, maybe right for you, that's fine. Do whatever's right for you. You know, that's what you're meant to do. You're a sovereign being. You know what's right for you. You know, so we don't need to be forced to believe anything or be told anything. It's you know what's right for you. I know what's right for me right now at the minute. And there's things I have to let go of and change and whatever. And there's other things, new things that I want to bring in. And it's going to take me a bit of time to get into the swing of things with that, or bringing it in as a new way of being, or what's the word? What's the word? A new Dolly so far you've never been wrong. Oh, thank you, Lisa. My program that I want to program myself with, it takes a bit of time to reprogram ourselves when we're trying to unprogram ourselves from other stuff and then reprogram. It does take, days, weeks, maybe a month to get into the pattern of things. We're getting rid of old patterning and we're putting new pattern systems in us that eventually will just become something natural that we do, just like we did the things before, if you get what I'm saying. So just don't worry about it. One step at a time. We're all on the path. There is light at the end of the tunnel, but we have to go through the dark tunnel to get to the light. And the dark tunnel can seem scary, but if we're all lighting ourselves up, the person behind and the person behind, as I said before, is going to see the path, and they're not going to trip up as much because they're going to see a bit of light shining on that floor to put their foot forward and move forward to see it's not so scary. And then we're all going to come out the other end. Just like I saw a caterpillar today and I took a picture of it, and for those of you that see me on Instagram, it was in my hand and it reminded me again of the message I was getting, and butterflies were about, like the dragonflies. We've all been in the caterpillar, consume. We're in the chrysalis stage, dark. We will be coming out. We are ascending in high stage of consciousness, rising above the shit, bringing in the frequencies and anchoring it down. Everyone's doing little bits. Like I've said before, there's people who do, visual work, there's people that do astral work, there's people that do grid work, there's people, you don't all have to be doing the same, we're all here to do different things. So don't ever get caught up in, someone's doing that and you feel you're not doing that, or someone's telling you should be doing that. It's like, we're all doing the thing that we're meant to be doing right where you are right now. Unlearning is a process we need to have patience with. Yes, it definitely is. And just think about it, we're doing it as we're going through this whole process of change and rebuilding, the old system's falling. See, to me, I believe the old system, it has fell, it's just all the minions, and we've won that. But what will be the biggest thing ever is when that's totally been seen, washed away and purified, like I said at the beginning, the work starts. The real work will start. We've already been battling this out for centuries, so we're nearly, the biggest work will be, to me, that will be ending soon, will be the building up the new foundations, strong foundations that will never fall, strong foundations for the people of the world, in love and harmony and all that good stuff. That will be the real work. That will take time, and that will take patience of building that new world. That won't be done in a day, but I do believe when we're all working together worldwide, we'll all have ideas and helping each other to all prosper, abundance. But that's going to be the real work, because we've got to build that up from the bottom. It's going to be hard for people to let go of stuff, but once they see it working and see it working as a whole, like holistically, mind, body, spirit, what you're watching, what you're doing, all that, it'll be beautiful. The more people come on board and they'll see, and the old way will just be a figment of our imagination of, do you remember when? But do you remember us winning as well? That's how I see it anyway. But we can't put a time on it because, what is time? Hi Robert, hi Annalisa, and anyone who's come in. So that's how I sort of see it. I'm just saying it as I see it and how I believe it at the minute with everything. And like I said, it's not because other people are not going to see and they're not going to be worried and they're not going to go in fear and they're not going to be able to let go. They will in the end, but this all has to be done. It's a war. We get casualties in war. People die in wars. It's the same thing, different sort of war. War on consciousness. So, we all have our own role, mission, purpose. Exactly. So I'm going to leave it there with just don't ever feel you're alone. We're all going through the same emotions, same energies and things and shit going on. But just try and hold your own of keeping that faith, It's all working out the way it should. It just doesn't feel like it sometimes when you got people going on about stuff. So anyway, I will see you soon with another reading at some point. Don't know when, I don't know. Or check me out over on Instagram. I will see you very soon. I'm looking for the button to go. I don't know what I'm doing. Well, if anyone's wondering, I've got a herbal tea here, which is cold. You can drink it cold with a bit of honey in, but it's actually got some of my wild chamomile out of my garden, and it's really, really nice. So I'm going to go and chill out now because some schools are finished. Finn doesn't finish till tomorrow, so he's got one day of school, and then we can chill out a bit. Some people say it's going to get hotter. Maybe some things are just being flushed from under the earth. Who knows? Water, heat. Who knows? Just saying. So, oh, thank you, Lisa. Yeah, love you all, and I will see you very soon. Take care. Remember, no matter what situation you're in, keep spreading light, keep holding it. Remember, get out in nature and the 2 P's, bringing in your protection and spiritual practices, whatever they are to you. And